Today we're going to take a look at personal pronouns. I'm on page 299 in the textbook, and we're going to take a look at, personal pronouns. You see at the top of the screen, this is very important. The most common pronouns that you're going to run into are called personal pronouns. And then in the yellow you see the definition. Personal pronouns refer to the person speaking, the person spoken to, or the person, place, or thing spoken about. And now you know this because you're familiar with this in writing. If you were the person speaking, then you were writing in first person. And we know that because of the types of pronouns that we use. That's what gives us the hint. So if you're the person speaking, you're writing or speaking in first person. If you're talking about the person who's being spoken to, that's second person. Or the person, place, or thing, whatever you're speaking about, that puts it into third person. So you should already be familiar with that, like many things with the parts of speech. And so here's a great little table that shows you and breaks it down into first, second, and third person. And then the pronouns that we use for whether they're singular or plural. Are we talking about one thing or one person, or are we talking about more than one? So you see first person, I or me. When you're talking about yourself, you're using I and me, and that's first person point of view. It's first person pronouns. And when you're talking about something that belongs to you, you use the words my and mine. Now, if there's more than one of you, you use the words we or us, that's plural, or our or ours. Second person, it's rare to write in second person, but it's easy for you to remember that second person uses those words you, your, and yours. And notice that they are both singular and plural. You don't have to change anything to show whether it's singular or plural. But third person is a different story. You're talking about someone or something, and they're not the person spoken to. You're speaking about that person or that thing. So you can see third person singular pronouns, he, him, his, she, her, or hers, and then it and its. When we're talking about possession, that's something we're working on, right? ITS versus IT apostrophe S. IT with the apostrophe S is it is. Here, plural, it would be they or them, their or theirs. So we need to know what are the antecedents. What are the antecedents of these personal pronouns? We ran into one yesterday, that one about the Lees, when they moved, they gave their pets to me, and we had me hanging out there. It's a first person, we know it's a first person singular pronoun, so there was no antecedent that could be found in the sentence. Well, that's because right here, the antecedent, like I said, is the person speaking. You just have to understand it's the person speaking. You're not going to find it in the sentence. Let's take a look at the second sentence and look at these examples that they have here. So, first person, my name is not George. The pronoun highlighted in pink is my. Well, who is my referring to? It's the person who's speaking. It's the understood. It's not found in the sentence. In second person, we're going to use that pronoun you. When you left, you forgot your coat. So they've highlighted you, and your. Who is that referring to? It's the person that you're talking to, and you just have to know that. Now, third person, you will be able to find the antecedent in the sentence, or at least in this example. So don't judge a book by its cover. So we highlight its, that's our pronoun. What are we talking about when we say its? We're talking about the book. The antecedent is book. So that's what we're looking at, the personal pronouns, and we need to know what those antecedents are for personal pronouns and how to find them. So now I'm going to flip over to the chart, and notice that I've made my own chart because you need to work on this. You need to be able to identify pronouns on site. So it never hurts to have these down in your notes to reference. But see, since we're still under the heading of types of pronouns, yesterday we talked about pronouns and antecedents. So today we're starting with capital letter B, personal pronouns. Here's the definition that we went over. Refers to the person speaking, person spoken to, or the person, place, thing spoken about. And note that I put it's the most common type of pronoun. And I've put the chart in my notes. So I want you to copy this chart in your notes as well. All right, now, second part of this lesson, antecedents of personal pronouns. In first person, the antecedent is the person speaking, and it cannot be found in the sentence. So I'm going to flip to my highlighter. I'm going to highlight the pronouns. My clothes were left in the washer overnight. The personal pronoun is my. But where's the antecedent? There isn't an antecedent. My is referring to the person who's speaking. Second person, the antecedent, is the person being spoken to, and it can't be found in the sentence either. So here we go. You left class in such a hurry that you forgot your backpack. So here's you, and you, and you. So who is this you that we're referring to? There's not a name in the sentence anywhere. We just have to know that it's the person that's being spoken to in this sentence. Now, third person, antecedent is the thing that you're speaking about, and you will find the antecedent in the sentence. So let's take a look here. The deer is hiding its fawn in that grove of trees. So first we have to highlight the pronoun, its. And now, because I know the antecedents here, I'm going to, just for the sake of remaining in the same fashion of teaching, I'm going to switch colors, and let's find the antecedent. Okay, so it's. What is it's referring to? What are we talking about when we say it's? We're referring back to deer. So deer is the antecedent. And the way that I draw those arrows, we're going to show that they're connected. My lovely little arrow. All right, so this is the lesson over personal pronouns, recognizing personal pronouns, and then being able to know what the antecedents are depending on the part or the point of view that they are coming from, either first person, second person, or third person.